Stephen Kearney was reluctant to say it, but in the end there was only one word that could sum up the Warriors' second-half meltdown against the Titans. The Warriors had everything to play for on the Gold Coast on Sunday and, despite leading 12-8 at halftime, they responded with a soft second half to slump to a 36-12 defeat. I don't like using the word, but I thought it was pretty soft in the second half, the Warriors coach said after watching his team concede 28 unanswered points after the break. There was a fair bit on the line today, and to produce a second half of that standard makes it very disappointing. The Warriors had won on their previous 7 trips to CBU Superstadium, and another victory on Sunday would have gone a long way to securing a first finals berth since 2011. They are still 4 points ahead of the 9th-placed West Tigers, but they have now lost 4 of the last 5 matches. And it doesn't get any easier with a trip to the 4th-placed Dragons next week. Talk of another late-season slide is only set to intensify after such a poor performance. But the finals were the last thing on Kearney's mind. What we've got to do is address what happened today, he said. To produce the second half that we did was really disappointing. We've got to stare that in the face. After pushing the Storm all the way last week on the back of an impressive win over the Broncos, the Warriors looked primed for the run towards the finals. Things seemed promising when tries to Sean Johnson and Carl Lawton put them in front at the break. But 2 quick tries at the start of the second half sent the Titans on their way to their biggest win over the Warriors. And Kearney said there were signs in the first half that all was not right. I just saw moments of softness, whether it was the kick chase or whether it was us trying to build some ruck speed and support each other, he said. We did enough to navigate our way around it, but it must be said we came up against a pretty committed footy team today, too. I'm taking absolutely nothing away from the Titans. I thought they put us to the sword and we just couldn't respond. The Warriors will remain in Australia to prepare for the Dragons and will spend the next few days on the Gold Coast before heading to Sydney. On the plus side, they will have the services of lock Adam Blair after he completed a 1-match ban. Hooker Isaac, Luke, calf, and back rower Tohu Harris, knee, are also expected to be available after missing Sunday's clash through injury. But Kearney refused to use the absence of the senior trio as an excuse as he praised young back rowers Isaiah Papali'i and Joseph Vuna. I thought our 2 most committed players, one was a 19-year-old and the other was a guy who just turned 20, Kearney said. To me that probably says something about our performance when you've got 2 young fellas leading the way for us. Stuff promoted stories recommended by